Hello, amazing women. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing great. Yes, I am doing very fine. Glad to have you once again on my YouTube channel. You are very much welcome to my space, Fetoski Space, here on YouTube. If you look at the board, you are going to see that I came with a very interesting topic to discuss with us today. So today I am here to talk about how to calculate your safe and unsafe days in a month. Now, I've read comments on social media from women saying that they are very fertile, that whenever their husbands touch them without protection, they always get pregnant. When I read comments like this, I see these comments as comments written out of sheer ignorance. Like these comments are laced with ignorance. Now, let me shock you. Whatever I'm going to be talking about in this video is open for research. You can come with your counter opinion or belief or counter knowledge about everything I'm going to be talking about in this video. Now, let me shock you. No woman in all the earth that is fertile all the days in a month. No woman at all. No woman is fertile all the days in a month. So if you're one of those that believe that you are so fertile, anytime your husband touches you, you get pregnant, just know that you are wrong. Okay? So in English, we have what we call coincidence. Coincidence means two things happening at the same time. So this is the case with you. You had sex when you were ovulating, or you had sex when your ovulation was around the corner. So this was what actually happened, and you got pregnant. You didn't get pregnant because you are so fertile or you are more fertile than the next woman. So I'm going to teach you how to know your safe and unsafe days. This is going to help you to practice natural family planning. I know you will like this. Then I've read scary stories on social media about the after effects of artificial family planning. This is my 9 years in marriage. So this is 9 years that I've been sexually active. And I tell you, condom hasn't entered my home. Okay, so I've been practicing this natural family planning for over 9 years now, using my safe and unsafe period. Now, before we talk about safe and unsafe days in a month, you must know how many days cycle that you have. I made a video talking about how to properly, accurately, and correctly calculate how many days that you have in your cycle, because every cycle differs from one woman to another. Some women have 28 days, others have 29, others 27, others 26, others 30. So before you talk about correctly calculating your safe and unsafe days, you must know how many days cycle that you have. So this information is going to help you. So if you are watching this video and up to this moment you are not really sure how to calculate how many days cycle that you have, I'm going to put the link to that video I made to that effect in the comment section of this video. Just hit the comment section of the video and you are going to see it. I'm going to pin the link there, so you watch it, then you come back to this, because there is no way you are going to calculate your safe and unsafe days without knowing your cycle. I've read stories about the after effects of artificial family planning. Some women said that after doing artificial family planning, they started bleeding daily. Some said that they started getting fat. Some said that their immune system got shattered. Some said that even after removing artificial family planning, they are yet to achieve pregnancy. So you can see that there are more risks to artificial family planning. So if you know how to calculate your safe and unsafe days, I tell you, you don't have any business with artificial family planning. So on this video, I'm going to show you what works. I have taught this to women around me. They have been practicing it in their homes, and there has never been any mistake. Okay, you are going to verify this information using your Google, go to YouTube for more information and all that. So I'm going to try as much as possible to be very simple so that you understand how to actually calculate this. I know you will like this. If you got value from this video, at the end of this video, please do help me and share with your friends that are going to benefit from this. And if you have watched up to this moment and you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscription button to be getting notification about my videos. On this video, I share about everything I know. I do crypto, I share it here, I do family content, and now I'm lending my voice to other voices, teaching women or educating women about the basic information they should have about themselves. Okay, without further ado, let's get right in. If you look at my board, you are going to see that numbers here. These numbers here represents dates in months. So let's just assume that this is the last days of a month. This particular month ends at day 31. So I circled 30. Whatever I'm going to teach you here, you are going to apply the knowledge to your own situation, because cycle varies from one woman to another. I have 28 days cycle. You might have 30-day cycle. So on this video, I'm going to be giving an example with those of you that have 28-day cycle and those of you that have 30-day cycle. So if you have 27, 29, 31-day cycle, whatever I will be teaching here is also applicable to your situation. So I circled 30. This 30 here represents the first day my menses came out, my monthly blood came out. So I circled it. So if I have 28-day cycle, it means that I'm going to count from the first day I saw my blood last. So you first of all, remember I said before you will be able to properly calculate your safe and unsafe days, you must know your cycle. So let's calculate the cycle first before we talk about the safe and unsafe days. And for this example, I'm talking about those of you with 28 days monthly cycle. So let's go. So the first day your monthly period came out last month is the first day. Whether it came out on 30, it came out on 31st, it came out on 26th, any day it came out, you count that particular day as your day one. So mine came out on 30. So on 30th of last month is my day one. So I calculated this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I circled this. So it means that if my menses came out on the 30th of last month, I am expecting it on the 27th, because my cycle is 28 days. Remember, the first day you saw your blood is your number one. So we calculate 1, 2, till we get to number 28. Whichever date it falls on is your 28 days. For those of you that think that I saw my period on the 30th, I'm expecting it on the 30th of the next month, please, you are wrong. I talked about all this on the video I made about how to properly calculate your monthly cycle. Now, this is the next 28 days for those of us with 28 days cycle. All right, so from this, we are going to ascertain our ovulation day. Because for you to know when you are safe and when you are not safe, you need to accurately guess your ovulation day. So how do we calculate or get to our ovulation day? We'll start from here, from the 28 days, and count 14 days backwards. We count 14 days backwards. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So on the 9th of this month was, today is what, like 12. So on the 9th of this month was my ovulation day. So we've ascertained this. Now that we've ascertained this, there is something that I will need to, or you need to know about ovulation and about sperm. So I need to give you this information before we go on. Now, most sperm die after 12 hours. So if you had sex with a man and he ejaculates into you, that sperm is expected to die off in the next 12 hours if there is no fertilization. Now you might say, my husband is so healthy, my partner is so healthy, because women will like to hype our things. So let me just excuse you. So you might say, my husband is so healthy, his sperm is so active, is so fertile. Research says that the maximum amount of days a sperm can be active in a woman's body is highest. The maximum, I said maximum, is 5 days. After 5 days, any sperm there is no longer active, and any sperm that is inactive does not have any power to achieve pregnancy. Some sperm die after 12 hours, after 24 hours, after 48 hours, after 72 hours, depending on how healthy the sperm is. But no matter how healthy a sperm is, it does not have the strength to last more than 5 days in a woman's body. If it stays there more than 5 days, know that it can never achieve pregnancy. So now that we've known this, that the highest amount of days a sperm can stay active or alive in a woman's body is 5 days. So what do we do? Now that we've ascertained our ovulation date, we are going to count 5 days backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does it mean? It means that from this 30, let's say that your monthly cycle that came out on 30 lasts for 4 days. Some people's own lasts for 5 days, but I know that on the 5th day is very, very scanty, right? Some persons, after 3 days, the 4th day is very scanty. So let's say you saw your period on the 30th, you bled today, this day, you bled on 31st, which is the 2nd day, you bled on the 1st, which is the 3rd day. If you are one of those that after the 3rd day, the 4th day becomes so scanty, you can start having sex from the 2nd. This day is safe, this day is safe, this day is safe. Then after this day that is safe, from this day to this ovulation is not safe. Do you know why I calculated 5 days back? The reason is, if peradventure your partner is very over healthy and his sperm is very, very healthy, it's one of those sperms that can stay up to 5 days. That means you are to avoid sex from this day to this day. Should in case you have sex on the 5th and the sperm is very, very healthy and one of those that can last up to 5 days, that means if you have sex on the 5th, if that sperm decides to live to the 5th day, it's going to cause fertilization. I hope you're getting this. So from this day is safe. Now, let's calculate another one. This is your ovulation day. Now, let me talk something about ovulation. On the day your ovulation is supposed to happen, it is expected to happen on this day. And if it doesn't happen on this day, your ovulation is expected to happen in the next 12 or 24 hours. So if your ovulation is supposed to drop today, you know what ovulation means? The release of mature egg from the ovary. Can be an egg or eggs from the ovary, right? So your egg is supposed to drop on this day, which is your ovulation. And if there is a failed attempt or it doesn't happen, it is expected to happen in the next 12 or highest in the next 24 hours. So if it happens in the next 12 hours, it means that it might get to this day, which is on the 10th. If it doesn't drop on the next 24 in the next 12 hours, and it decides to drop in the next 24 hours, it might get to this day. So this day, and even this day is your unsafe days after your ovulation. And you know that when egg drops, it stays for 12 hours and dies off. Or highest, it stays for 24 hours and dies off. For those of you that think that ovulation lasts for 5 days, 1 week, that's a lie. If your egg drops and after 12 or highest 24 hours, there was no fertilization, it died. It died. So let's just assume that ovulation did not happen this day. It happened in the next 24 hours that might turn to on the 3rd. And the ovulation or your egg drops on the 10th, and your egg decides to live to the next 24 hours, you can see that your egg is going to be alive till this day. Are you getting it? And if your ovulation did not drop on this day but decides to drop in the next 24 hours, it might be dropping on this day, and when it drops, it is expected to live for 24 hours or highest it is expected to live for 12 hours or highest 24 hours, which will affect this day. So these 3 days, 1, 2, and 3 days after your ovulation day, is a very dangerous zone. So if you are not trying to achieve pregnancy, avoid 3 days after your ovulation day. So this day is your from here to 5th, 5 days before and 3 days after are your unsafe period. Then from this 14th, do you understand? So you are free to have sex from this 14th till your next 28 days, the day that will make it 28 days. For those of you that think that you are fertile all the days in a month, you can see that you don't know what you are saying. In fact, we have more of we have more of safe days in a month than unsafe days. If you calculate the number of unsafe days we have here, just few. Let's calculate. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just out of 28 days, we removed how many? 8 or 9? Let's calculate again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 28 days, we removed 8. That means you have 20 days that you are free to have sex unprotected with your partner. I do not want to hear again, because someone actually told me that when she didn't want pregnancy, she was having sex with her husband with condom every day condom. It is not supposed to be like this. If you actually seek for knowledge, you are going to enjoy your sex life. I don't know what it means to have sex with condom, because I haven't used one before. My partner hasn't used one on me before, because I know how to calculate this. Now, these days that are not safe, you can use protection. Then if your partner knows how to use withdrawal method, you can conveniently use it. But please do not allow your partner that is yet to master the act of withdrawal to start practicing withdrawal on these days that are not safe, because you may end up getting pregnant. If your partner is yet to master his art, his craft in withdrawal, please avoid these days that you are not safe. He can be practicing it in other days that you are safe in order to master it. But please, these days that are not safe, avoid those days. If you must have sex during your unsafe period, you are going to use condom or any protection whatsoever. Remember, I said I'm going to give you examples with those with 28 days and those with 30 days. So let me give you example with those with 30 days cycle. After I must have explained that, I believe you must have learned how to do it yourself or how to apply the knowledge to your own situation. I'm about to give example with those of you with 30-day cycle. So let's just assume that your menses came out on the 28th. You saw your menses last on the 28th of last month, and you are very much aware that you have 30-day cycle. So let's first of all get the date of your next menstrual flow. So the first day you saw your blood is your first day, is your number one day, right? So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So we circle it. So if you have 30-day cycle and you saw your menses last on the 28th of last month, it means that you are going to see it again on the 26th of this month. So let's first of all ascertain your ovulation day before we start mapping out your safe and unsafe days. So we start counting backwards, 14 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it means that on the 13th of this month is your ovulation day. Now that we've known your ovulation day, we are going to count out 5 days from here. Should you have sex with someone whose sperm can live up to 5 days? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the 9th of this month, you are expected to stop having an unprotected sex if you do not want to achieve pregnancy. So from the 9th, you are expected, remember I start counting from your ovulation day, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember most sperm die after 12 hours, some die after most. So any sperm that live up to 5 days, they are just rare. Okay, so some men's sperm just die off after 24 hours if there is no fertilization, after 48 hours if there is no fertilization. So there are just few of them that can last up to 5 days. And remember, after 5 days, any sperm inside a woman's body is no longer active and does not have the power and efficacy to achieve fertilization. Okay, so it means that from this day, after seeing your menses, this is your first day, second day, third day. From 31st, you are free to have unprotected sex till 8. Then after this day, any sex you must have here from this day to this day must be protected. Okay, now on your ovulation day, your egg is supposed to drop on this day, but sometimes it drops in the next 12 hours, and in some cases it drops in the next 24 hours. So if it drops in the next 12 hours, it might fall or it might happen on the 14th of this month. And if it happens in the next 24 hours, is going to affect this particular day. And if it eventually happens on the 15th, remember your egg can live up to 24 hours. In most cases, it dies off, it disintegrates and dies off or disappears after 12 hours. But sometimes it can stay up to 24 hours. So if it drops here, that means you are not safe on this day. That is why you should stay away 3 days after your ovulation. 3 days, 1, 2, 3. Sex should not happen from this 16 backwards to here. Then from this 16, you are free to have unprotected sex till the next menses. And the cycle goes on and on. So if I did not mention your case here, probably you have 28 days cycle. This method applies to you. Now that you've known how many days cycle that you have, just count out your ovulation day, remove 5 days backwards, add 3 days in front and know that the rest of the days you are free to enjoy your man unprotected. I hope you got value from this video. Do let me know what you feel about what I taught on this video in the comment section. And if you are impressed or you learned something, I would like to read and hear that from you. Also from the comment section. And please do help me share this with your friends, your female friends, because they are going to learn this. My husband has even learned this from me. He's even helping me to calculate my safe and unsafe days. And it wouldn't be bad if both of you know this about yourself, so you know when to enjoy yourself um without having any doubts. Like last month, let me tell you this story before I go. Like last month, I am on protection. I do not want pregnancy now. My last baby is 2 years, but I do not want pregnancy now. I feel I am done. But if I am not done, probably in the future I must change my mind. So last month I had sex after on this day. That is 3 days after this day last month. So this month I started feeling somehow like I was pregnant. I was very, very sure that I can never be pregnant. Though I told myself, if pregnancy eventually happens, it's going to be a baby boy. You know, all these things has a rules in pre-selection. If you know your cycle and your ovulation, all these things will help you in pre-selection. Probably one day I will come on again and also teach you this. So when I was having all the signs of pregnancy, I told myself, this can never be pregnant because I've been practicing this. It hasn't failed me. It has not failed me. Then I told myself, if it eventually failed me, that means it's going to be a baby boy. Okay? All right. I hope you enjoyed my story and also my teaching. Do let me know what you feel about what I taught in the comment section. Till we meet again in my next video. Bye.